Greetings, beautiful and beloved. Roz Clark, founder of Destiny Game Changers, your transformational strategies coach, here on a Mindset Monday. And you know, I love Mindset Mondays. It helps us just set our intention and get focused on the day of Monday, but what we can kind of carry into the whole week, how we can make a difference and make sure that we're focused and moving in the direction that we need to move in. And so today on this Mindset Monday, I really want you to think about mastering the art of letting it go. And I know sometimes that is easier said than done because it's like, but Roz, you don't know what they did and you don't know what they said and da 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 da. You know, as a matter of fact, I had somebody comment one time, they owe me an apology. And sweetie, life doesn't owe you anything. Like maybe it would be the right thing to do to get the apology, or maybe it would be the right thing for somebody to like treat you better or whatever, but no one owes you anything. And so the only person that you can hold accountable is yourself. And what I can say is, and you know, and it's been a process, so don't get me wrong, like I've always been rainbows and unicorns. You know, it's not that case, but I have been intentional about my meditation practice, my prayer practice, my yoga practice. And you know, there comes times when stuff happens and it's like, wow, that didn't even bother me, you know? And as a matter of fact, I was just talking to somebody today saying, you know, the beautiful thing about it was like something happened and people were still like in a huff and whatever. And I was like, wow, I just don't even have any energy attached to that. And when I tell you that is the most freeing place to be, but like I'm telling you, it does take work. It does take being intentional. It does take living in gratitude. It takes being in a meditative state. You know, it takes prayer and, you know, it takes a lot to make it happen, but oh my gosh, is it worth it? Like when you can really let it go and like people are still huffing and puffing and you can say, sweetie, you know, bless you, you know, just bless you, you know, and just let it go. And it's like not that condescending, well, bless you anyway, you know, and we all know how to do that. We've all been there, but really being able to release and not be attached to the madness of it, not be attached to somebody owes me something or they're so wrong and I'm so right, or, you know, and you may well be right and they may well be wrong, but the only person whose response you can handle or control is your own. So you being right and them being wrong and you being mad doesn't change anything. But you being right and them being wrong and you being at peace, oh my gosh, priceless. It's absolutely priceless. So on this Mindset Monday, I really want you to get connected with being intentional about letting it go. And like I said, it's a process. It takes time. I remember when I was going through a really challenging situation and I found myself like I needed to talk it out, you know, and there's nothing wrong with that. You know, that's why there are therapists and that's why there are best friends and that's why there are, you know, guides and you know, practitioners. There are times and situations where it's absolutely appropriate to talk it out. But if you find yourself not only talking it out, but reliving it over and over and over again, and you're in the emotion of it every time you talk about it, every time you talk about it, you get mad all over again, just like it's happened. Like, think about what that's doing to your body. You know, the stuff that you're releasing in your body that your body has to process because you're mad or angry or frustrated and you've got all this going on in your body. And that person is somewhere having a cocktail or an ice cream cone. They're not even thinking about you, but you're living it over and over and over again. And it's like that old adage, you know, to be angry and wish ill to somebody else is like drinking poison yourself and expecting them to die. You just got to let it go. And like I said, I know it's not always easy. There's been horrible things that have happened to people, you know, terrible things. But at the end of the day, the only way that you can move forward and heal from it is to do just that. Do the work to heal, do the work to let it go. And so, yes, if you need a therapist, get a therapist. If you need a practitioner, find a practitioner, whatever that is that you need to process through it and then be delivered and free from it. People talk about all the spiritual language. I got delivered, and I mean, I'm all for that. I believe in it. But if you're really delivered, you don't have an attitude about it anymore, or you don't have to say it like, I'm delivered because I'm better than them. It's really, I've released them. I've released them to the outcomes of their choices, not to like karma's going to get them, but I've really released them, and I have peace around the release. Ooh, you should journal that. I have peace around the release. Absolutely. That's something worth journaling. Look out soon. You guys will see a post from me on that. But yeah, when you find that peace that says no matter who they are and how they show up in the world, this is who I am, and this is how I show up in the world. And I'm going to stay consistent with that. And so, yeah, a lot of times you have to remove yourself from those relationships. You have to remove yourself from those situations, and sometimes you're like, well, Roz, I work with them. Well, you got a couple of choices. You can either do the work that you can stay at peace no matter what, or now might be the time to create that side gig, that side business, that side hustle, or that might be the thing that's, ruffling the nest, making the nest uncomfortable because you're supposed to move and soar and fly in another way. And so that's the other thing. If we remember that life is happening for us and not to us, listen to those signs, listen to those signals of, is it time to move? Or is it time for me to do something different? Like, really be attuned to, why is this bothering me? Why is this stirring me up? What about this is reflecting me to me? All of those things of doing that work to really live in sustainable peace. So on this Mindset Monday, I really want you to be focused on letting it go. Waking up in gratitude every day, doing the work around forgiveness, like I said, the prayer work, the meditation work, whatever the physicality of it is. For me, it's yoga. And as much and in my mind, I'm an amazing dancer. So in my mind, but I love taking dance classes and ballet classes or whatever. And so sometimes for me, it's just moving. But find out what that is for you. For some people, it's running. For some people, it's swimming. Whatever that physical way that you find to release and make things better and make things happen in a different manner, then go ahead and do that. Really start doing the work. And so what I will encourage you to do is to get in deeper with me, because this year I am really, really doubling down, trying to see my tribe win. I want to give you as much information, as much encouragement, as much support as I possibly can to help you win. So if you haven't done it already, I invite you to join my private Facebook group. There'll be a link here in this video somewhere. Click the link, answer the 3 questions, come into the group. I am popping in even more frequently. Like just last week, I popped in for a productivity pop-up. And so, I had this idea and this concept. I went live, I shared, answered questions. And so that is my commitment, to really double down on seeing you win this year. I really want that for you in such an amazing way. And so I know what I know because I've done it. I've lived through it. I've lived through the disappointments, and I've lived through the hurt, and I've lived through the betrayal. But what I've also lived through is the other side of letting it go. And I will tell you, it's an ongoing process because people keep doing stuff, but we get better about being better gauging, who we should be in relationship with, what kind of proximity we give to other people. And so when you start doing this work about releasing and living in peace, it just helps you live a life of joy and vibrancy and purpose on purpose. And that is the most freeing thing. So please, to do that on purpose. Like I said, my purpose is to see as many people free, many people as possible, living a life of joy and vibrancy and purpose. And especially in this day and time, we need so much more positivity And it's not just Roz gets on and does a video. It's what you have to say to the world. It's that smile that you give that person who's discouraged. It's that kindness that you show to the clerk or the waitress or the person that you pass on the street. Us being intentional about being kind, one person at a time, one engagement at a time. And so, what I'd like you to do to help move that forward, share this video. Share this video, tag a friend or two, and let's keep putting our positivity out there. That's why I want you to learn how to release and let go, because then you can focus your time, your thoughts, and your energies on that special gift that only you can bring to the world. That's where your energy needs to be focused, because we need that from you. And there's other people out there that we need to encourage so that they can share the best and highest version of themselves. So share this video, continue to follow me. You know how to find me. I am at Roz, R-O-Z, RozDivaNation at Facebook and Instagram and Twitter and YouTube and LinkedIn and something else, E-I-E-I-O. But I'm out here, I'm serving, I'm sharing. I'm so excited, and I'm so grateful that you tune in. I'm so grateful that you're here. Please leave a comment, holler back at me. It so encourages me. It brings me so much joy when I hear from you, when I hear what you're thinking. And like I said, when you come in the private Facebook group, ask me questions, and share your wins, because that encourages all of this. That encourages me, that encourages the community, and we create this community of celebration, this community of coming together and celebrating one another's wins. So I want you to do that, and know that I hold you in my prayer and meditation space on the regular. So I'm not just doing it for me, I am holding space for you, figuring out how I can serve, what I can bring to you. And to that end, if there's something in particular that you would love me to talk about or teach on or share, hit me up. Let me know what that is, and I will definitely, do my best. If it's something that I'm strong on, I'll come right at it. And if it's something I'm not sure of, I'll do the research and come back at you anyway. So that's what this is. We're going to create this community and just go throughout this year in an amazing way. But let's start with this day, and let's start with this week of learning how to release it and letting it go. So that's what this is for this Mindset Monday. So as always, I remind you to think big and dream even bigger. I'll see you soon. Peace.